Welcome, everyone. This is the Telarus Tuesday call for April 28th, 2020. I'm Doug Miller, the voice of Telarus. Thank you for joining today's event. Here's my problem with the coronavirus. Dexy's Midnight Runners. So, yes, I used to be a radio DJ, and ever since it was brought to my attention that you can say COVID-19 to the tune of Dexy's Midnight Runners song, Come On Eileen. One, now I can't say it any other way. And two, I can't get the song itself out of my head. And now, neither can you. You're welcome. Hope each of you is happy and safe and doing well, despite the noise and uncertainty around us. Despite all of the changes going on, Telarus' commitment to all of our partners, suppliers, and employees will not change. Telarus is built for all of us, and together we will get through these challenging days. If you happen to miss last week's Tuesday call, we were joined by Evolve IP, delivering work-from-home solutions for more than a decade. Few things right now are more important to business leaders than providing a secure work-from-home strategy to continue operations during this worldwide pandemic. Telarus' very own Brandon Knight and Evolve IP's Gary Coben hosted an excellent presentation. And also last week, we officially launched our partnerships with two new Telarus suppliers, QoS Networks. QoS is leading the charge in edge tech-enabled managed services. They deliver solutions for improved data and analytics from the edge to business leaders. And we also launched our partnership with Olumo, People Analytics Made Easy. Olumo is a plug-and-play platform delivering actionable people data within 48 hours of pressing go. It enables leadership to see employee experiences from every level of the business. You can check out last week's official launch calls for both QoS Networks and Olumo, as well as last week's Tuesday call anytime in your Telarus partner back office. On today's call, we will be joined by two of our Telarus suppliers working together to both generate and direct customer demand and engage with customers and prospects where and when they want to reach you. Vivial is digital marketing for local business success, offering industry experts to provide the marketing tools needed to give local business a big online presence. Vivial makes it simple. And then there's Ruby, to engage and connect with prospects, converting callers or web visitors to customers. Ruby provides the frontline communications that result in more inquiries, higher satisfaction, and hours of time back to the business. Vivial and Ruby combining forces for today's conversation with me, your affable host, in just minutes. Also today, we'll quickly introduce you to two brand new Telarus suppliers. Telus is a Canadian national telco with a Tier 1 IP backbone and mobility network, also offering a wide range of communication solutions to the United States and worldwide, including SD-WAN, IT outsourcing, and mobile connectivity. A world-class network, amazing people, and amazing service. You're all connected for good with Telus. We will also meet Everbridge, providing critical event management using sophisticated tools to protect people, brands, and assets from critical events, including extreme weather, workplace violence, IT and power outages, social media attacks, even terrorism. Everbridge provides anticipation tools, alerts, and improved response to such events. You will be impressed. Great suppliers. You're going to want to meet them today on the Tuesday call. All that and more. We invite you, as always, to log in to the video link and live chat platform to see all of our valuable information and to submit your questions and comments for today's presenters. So let's go. Let's think about the places we'll go when the world gets back to normal. How about a phenomenal President's Club trip with Telarus to beautiful St. Lucia coming up next March? Our Telarus suppliers will make it easy for you to qualify for this award. You can either sell a combined $100K in Telarus MRR, or sell a specified amount with one of the individual sponsoring suppliers shown here on your screen. As you can see from the list, there are many terrific and easy ways to qualify, and this list keeps getting bigger. Every sale counts toward qualifying for this amazing trip. Don't miss your opportunity to join Telarus next March in St. Lucia for the 2020 Telarus President's Club. Well, let's do it. Let's introduce the first of our two new Telarus suppliers launching this week. We are very excited to announce our partnership with Telus, a Canadian national company with a Tier 1 IP backbone and mobility network, also offering a wide range of communications solutions around the world. David Dorey is Channel Sales Director at Telus. He joins me now to introduce this exciting new partnership. David, welcome to our Telarus Tuesday call. This is fantastic. David, we might have you on mute.
Okay,
David Dorey,
can you hear me now, Doug?
There we go.
Can you hear me now, Doug?
You bet. Welcome to the Tuesday call.
Okay, great. I just had the my phone on as opposed to the computer audio, so I just want to make sure you can hear me okay.
Yeah, you sound terrific.
Okay, perfect. Well, listen, that was a phenomenal introduction. I am so motivated to get going today after hearing Doug do that intro. So thanks so much for that. So we've got we're just so thrilled and so happy to be on this call and be invited to this launch with Telarus. Isn't it funny? Telarus and Telus are married. It almost feels like we were married before based on our names. So Telus, for those of you that aren't aware, we're a global company. We're located in, we speak over 50 languages, and we have over 70,000 team members worldwide, but we're primarily head officed in Canada. We are a Canadian global communications provider. If for all of you on the line who are either, residing in the US with potential customers or prospects in Canada, or you're a partner who's located in Canada, just know that if there's any solution that you think your partner could need in Canada, we can provide that for you. Whether that be, for example, wireless, IP network, any kind of data, voice, even television, business television. We have security solutions, literally on-premise security solutions, as well as off-premise security solutions. We have all these solutions that are available to you. We also have some incredible cross-border connectivity offerings as well. And so I know that there might be some ISPs or some those types of carriers on the line as well. So just know that we have nationwide fiber coverage. We are a Canadian aggregator. We have 7 POPs in major U.S. cities out of Seattle, LA, Chicago, Detroit, Buffalo, Albany, and New York City. We have been awarded many, many times as the #1 overall network in Canada in terms of quality. Netflix has ranked us #1 in Canada for primetime Netflix performance. In their speed index ratings, JD Power has awarded us as the #1 network provider in Canada. Open Signals provide us as the #1 network in Canada, and PC Magazine has provided us as the #1 network in Canada. The other thing that I want to make sure I mention on this call is that really we're promoting the call tomorrow. So tomorrow we have a full 30-40 minute training session on Telus at this exact same time. So we are ready to rock and roll at 11 o'clock Eastern, 9 o'clock Mountain, 8 o'clock Pacific tomorrow, where you'll find all about these offerings that we have. We have some incredible, obviously during this difficult time, this pandemic we're going through with coronavirus, we've stepped up to the plate and we're offering businesses across Canada who don't have, efficient work from home solutions set up yet. We're offering 90-day free trials with a lot of the top technology companies in Canada, and we have a terrific team that we're going to show tomorrow as well. We have over 15 people throughout Canada located coast to coast to help with any solutions that come up. And so I think that's about it. I was given 3 or 4 minutes. Just wanted to give you an overview of what to expect tomorrow. We'll have a lot of subject matter experts on the phone who have the ability to give you a high-level overview of all of Telarus's portfolio tomorrow on the call. So thanks so much, Doug, for your time, and for everyone on the call. And we look forward to having a lot of you dial in tomorrow. We promise we will make it worth your time.
Hey, David, while we've got you here, a question just came in from Mike Gauthier. Do you cover addresses in Newfoundland?
Yes, we do.
Wow, how about that? This is going to be good. This is exciting. A new international supplier. They provide everything in Canada, but they've got services around the world as well, including SD-WAN, IT outsourcing, mobile connectivity. You want to check this out. Launch call is tomorrow morning, 11 a.m. Eastern Time. You want to join us to find out more about our new Telarus partner, Telus. David, thank you so much for being here.
Thank you, Doug.
It's also my very great pleasure today to welcome a second new Telarus supplier. We're very happy to announce the launch of our partnership with Everbridge, providing critical event management. They use sophisticated tools to protect people, brands, and assets from critical events. And these happen every day. They include everything from severe weather, power outages, IT issues, medical emergencies, workplace violence, social media attacks, and so much more. Everbridge provides education and anticipation tools, alerts, and improved response to such events, even for remote employees, and that's critical. Jasmina Muller is no stranger to Telarus. She's Vice President of the North America channel at Everbridge and joins me now to introduce this exciting new Everbridge partnership. Jasmina, welcome to our Tuesday call. Great to have you here.
Thanks so much, Doug. That was a wonderful introduction, and you nailed it on everything we do. So I appreciate you kind of taking that over and giving everybody a high level. Yeah, I've been working with Telarus for quite some time. I was looking at some of the attendee list here and some familiar names that I'm looking forward to working with everyone again, as well as some new names that I'm also going to be working with to make sure that everybody understands where we're at, what we do. And I think the biggest thing here is our mission here is keeping people safe and businesses running faster. I'm sure a lot of you have been seeing some of the posts that we've been doing on LinkedIn. The biggest thing here is Everbridge is new to the channel, but not new to partners and partnerships. So what I've done is come on over to bring in that channel community to go ahead and be able to expand that portfolio specifically with Everbridge, considering the arena that we're in right now with the pandemic going on. There's so much every day that we as humans going around, keeping ourselves safe, not just personally, but also within a business matter. And that's what we're going to be covering this Thursday. Our Senior Director of Product Management, Annie Asrari, is going to go ahead and deep dive enough to give everybody information on how we go ahead and run these software applications to improve organizational responses to all these critical events. So it's going to be a great hour of really getting into how we are helping not just businesses, but countries, municipalities, you name it. We're out there helping everybody, keeping them safe. And like I said, businesses running faster. So Thursday at 11 o'clock Eastern, we will be doing that and making sure that everybody is aware where we're at and what we do. And I'm looking forward again to working with everybody in this partner community.
Jasmina, we're really excited about this new partnership. Our partners are always looking for a different way to get in front of their customers, something new to talk about, some way that they can distinguish themselves as a trusted advisor. And products like this are certainly the way to do it right now. This is something that's in the back of every business owner's mind, but they don't have the time or the resources to think about it on a day-to-day basis. And it's really a specialty area. I'm very excited for this. I think it's going to be a tremendous opportunity for partners, and it's just interesting as all get out right now. So thank you very much for being part of this new partnership. We're looking forward to that launch and training call tomorrow, Thursday morning, 11 a.m. Eastern for the Everbridge launch call. Jasmina, thanks so much for being on the call today. We appreciate it.
Thank you so much, Doug.
I'll look forward to that one. I'm serious. This is great stuff. Ken mentioned on the chat line that he's not sure he's getting the invites to these launches. And yes, the invitation to the launch is in your Telarus partner back office at agent.telarus.com. Just go to the section that has the conference and training calls section. You will see a list of all of our training calls. We'll go over a few later in today's call. But also included there are the links to join these launch calls on Wednesday and Thursday morning. Hope you'll join us. Well, today I have the honor of recognizing our Telarus partners who've put up the top wins of the past weeks. Some amazing sales that deserve our congratulations and thanks, and these are outstanding. The first Telarus partner receiving recognition this week works with Tony Haywood and Francis Choi in our Australia office. Taking the third position this week, Telarus congratulates managing partner Sam Bellew and Brenton Humphreys. They are the team at Bellew Consulting Proprietary Limited, serving Australia, New Zealand, Asia, and the Pacific. Bellew Consulting closed a phenomenal sale of UCaaS services from RingCentral to a client in the professional services arena. RingCentral provides the freedom to work from anywhere, a flexible and secure business phone system, and so much more for less. It's one phone system, all your communications on any device. Bellew Consulting specializes in helping companies transform and delivers technology solutions that align with clients' budgets and goals. They believe in excellence without compromise, and they've certainly achieved it here. Congratulations to Bellew Consulting on this tremendous RingCentral sale. And taking the second position on this week's leaderboard, we congratulate and thank Jolene Langford and Melanie Durazo, the managing partners, and account support coordinator Allison Muniz-Bain. They are the team at Athena Solutions, a Telarus Gold partner out of Tigard, Oregon. Athena Solutions closed a fantastic sale of managed services from Quest Technology Management to a client in the senior housing community market. Quest Technology Management is a multidisciplinary team of professional services consultant offering a portfolio of service-based expertise backed by the most advanced technologies. Athena Solutions is backed by more than 40 years of voice and data solutions experience. They pride themselves on saving clients money while designing multi-carrier solutions that are unique to each client. Congratulations to the team at Athena Solutions on this tremendous Quest Technology Management sale. And topping the list in this week's #1 position, Telarus congratulates founder and president Jim McNeese and all of the team at C2Excel, also a Telarus Gold partner from Allen, Texas, just north of Dallas. Jim and the C2Excel team closed a series of fiber Ethernet sales from Spectrotel to a large healthcare client. Spectrotel is one of the nation's fastest growing aggregators and has mastered the marriage of multiple technologies and providers, resulting in optimized solutions and enhanced performance. C2Excel is their client's technology compass for global innovation, providing innovative results and orienting their clients' businesses toward success. C2Excel is a professional technology advisory firm which increases their clients' operational and financial efficiencies by applying their years of diverse experience to their cutting-edge client recommendations. What a terrific sale. Congratulations, Jim McNeese and all of the C2Excel team on this outstanding Spectrotel win. It is our top Telarus sale of the week. Congratulations to all of our partners. We genuinely appreciate your placing your business and your trust with Telarus. Lots of homeschooling going on these days. Here's a little math problem to test your skills. 2 parents are homeschooling 3 kids for 60 days. Now, if the parents only have 1 bottle of wine left, how many more bottles should they buy before the liquor stores all close down? My neighbor says whatever it is, add 50, but here's a better answer. Homeschooling for adults, specifically Telarus partners. Our Telarus suppliers have put together some tremendous learning opportunities to make it worth your while, and here are just a few. First up, tomorrow, Wednesday at 11 a.m. Eastern, as we mentioned earlier, join us for the launch and training call of new Telarus supplier Telus, worldwide provider of digital experience, customer experience, and IT lifecycle services, advisory services, back office, and risk management. The list goes on and on. Our new partnership with Telus launches tomorrow, Wednesday, 11 a.m. Eastern. You don't want to miss this. Also tomorrow, beginning at 1 p.m. Eastern, CBTS has the training you need on the new reality of remote work and remote clinical equipment. Now, what is that? Well, think of it as a clinic in a box. Network, phones, generator, exactly what enables hospitals to stand up temporary healthcare facilities on short notice. Hospitals and other facilities could also use this for sporting events, concerts, or other venues where temporary healthcare might be needed. It's an ingenious idea. Find out more during this special CBTS webinar. Happens tomorrow, Wednesday at 1 p.m. Eastern. Then even later Wednesday, beginning at 3:30 p.m. Eastern, plan to join Fuse and learn about real-time network monitoring. Now, Fuse has partnered with AppNeta to provide customers with visibility into network performance and the ability to resolve issues before they affect the quality of communications. Don't let customers' UCaaS performance issues remain hidden. This Fuse presentation will get you back in front of your clients, and if you happen to be in Texas, Oklahoma, Louisiana, or Arkansas, you're going to get an Uber Eats gift card just for attending. Great information, not a bad lunch either, from Fuse. And then on Thursday morning at 11 a.m. Eastern, as we mentioned earlier, you don't want to miss the official launch and training call for our new Telarus supplier, Everbridge, and learn why each of your clients should have a critical event management or CEM plan in place. Protect safety, supply chains, and operations with Everbridge's alert, notification, and incident management services. This official launch call happens Thursday at 11 a.m. Eastern. The details and registration links for these and many other live and recorded learning opportunities are all in your Telarus partner back office at agent.telarus.com. There's a lot of valuable spiffs available to partners right now as well. Everybody is looking to close deals, and each week we pass along some of the best spiff opportunities. Here are three you may want to consider. First up, AirSpring is introducing its Platinum SD-WAN business continuity solution for rapid deployment and connectivity of remote workers. This offer features an unlimited number of VMware VeloCloud Edge 510 devices. It works with any UCaaS or collaboration product. And to celebrate, AirSpring is offering a 6x MRC spiff on voice cloud services and a whole handful of other spiffs and cash bonuses on other AirSpring products as well. Check out the AirSpring Platinum SD-WAN Business Continuity Solution and the terrific AirSpring spiffs now through May 31st. And next, this spiff is, okay, I'll say it, spiffy. Bryce Hayes is laughing at me right now, but that's what it's called, and it's a great deal. AT&T's Take Share Bounty program is back, and you earn big when you sell AT&T business solutions to eligible customers on a designated prospect list. Through June 30th, you'll earn a 1x MRC spiff for sales of Internet, VPN, Ethernet services, plus earn 1x MRC on voice, security, and SD-WAN services when you bundle them with the network. And as I mentioned, AT&T posts the list of eligible prospects. That is a terrific deal, and it's only from AT&T. And finally, from Fuse, pump up your UCaaS business with a heavy bonus weighing up to 5x. Through June 30th, earn a one-time bonus of up to 5x the committed MRR amount on approved deal registrations, resulting in a signed customer deal and related booking. This offer pays 3x committed MRR on 36-month deals. Plus, you get another 1x for deals of 1,000 seats or more, plus another 1x for 12-month prepayments. That is up to 5x. Heavyweight indeed. Pump up your UCaaS business with Fuse. These and many more fantastic deals from our suppliers can all be found at promos.telarus.com. Well, a few weeks ago, Telarus co-founder Patrick Oborn introduced the Telarus Technology Upsell Checklist. You're going to see it here on your screen. This is available at checklist.telarus.com, and it presents all of the products and services from various telecom categories that can be sold through Telarus, and it can be customized with your own logo and colors as well. Just talk to our marketing department. The idea here, of course, is to help partners upsell their opportunities, providing greater value for their clients and greater profits as partners build their business. And one of my favorite categories is over on the far right, miscellaneous. This is where partners can find some ideas that will truly set them apart. Today, we're going to take a closer look at 2 unique services partners can use and sell. During these very strange times, but perhaps especially as the subject of reopening businesses and moving the economy forward again comes up, it's essential for business to reach a local audience online and to generate increased communication via the phone and the web. Today, we've paired up 2 of our suppliers, Vivial, the digital marketing powerhouse for local business, and Ruby, the professional reception and live chat services that all businesses should offer customers and potential customers. Vivial can deploy a fully integrated online, social media, and mobile solution set which will grow business, even your own business as a Telarus partner. And Ruby can engage prospects and customers when and where they want to reach you. And with this pairing, business can optimize marketing spend by converting web and phone visitors to customers. Aaron Neese is Senior Director of Channel Sales at Vivial, and Tim Bedford is Partner Development Manager at Ruby. They both join me now for a conversation about the important opportunity that now exists for all Telarus partners to assist their business clients in beginning that journey back to full productivity. Aaron and Tim, this is going to be a great call. Welcome to the Tuesday call today. Happy to have you both here.
Yes, thank you, Doug, for having us.
We've got a little, Tim, great to have you here as well. We've got a little bit of a presentation from you both. You were kind enough to send us a few slides and a little bit of an overview about your businesses. Aaron, let's start with you to discuss Vivial's offerings. If you'll walk us through just a little bit, and then Tim will have you go next. I'll just warn you up front, interject with a few questions that pop to mind, but after you're done, let's have a little conversation about why this works so well together. Aaron, lead us off.
Absolutely. Thank you, Doug. So for those of you that aren't familiar with Vivial, as Doug mentioned, we are very unique in the channel in that we are offering digital advertising, right, for the clients that you work with. And we do that in a variety of ways across thousands of different industries. So there's really no business that we couldn't partner with. And we've got a pretty large portfolio. We work with close to 100,000 local businesses. And we do B2C, B2B. We even have some agency and enterprise clients. Like I said, you name it, we can work with them. Some of the things that set us apart would be the service and the transparency that we provide. In terms of marketing, clients and businesses really want to understand what is it that they're getting out of it. But we want to make sure that they have full support on the back end on managing these campaigns for them. Because we do take a very tailored approach for every business that we work with. And then just some things for you guys to know, and on average, we see sales start or come in, I guess, around 2,000 monthly MRR. So just to give you an idea of the potential, the earning potential that's there. We want to move to the next slide. Yeah. So we know today it's a little bit different than what it was just a few months ago in terms of what businesses are doing to respond to this pandemic that we're in. And we've actually hosted a series of webinars on our own because we get these questions all the time. Some of the things that we're still seeing in terms of our clients, we have still advertising with us, but more importantly, just questions that we're getting in the market. Now more than ever, people are still searching online, right? So we're in front of these computers more often, and it's real easy to do a quick Google search for things that you need or things that you're looking for. So it's really an opportunity for these businesses to strengthen the brand awareness, knowing that who your target audience is and letting them know that you're still open, right? If you are still open as a business, it's really important that we're communicating that message out. We also know that, there's some people are saying the economy is obviously not as good as it was, but there are still people are still wanting to shop locally. We're still wanting to know if our favorite restaurant is offering curbside service, or heaven forbid, if we crack a tooth while we're at home, we need to know what dentist is open, right? Or what urgent care we might be able to go see. So again, the message and the content that these businesses need to publish is a little bit different, right, than what they've seen over the last several months. We also are noticing that because some people have decided not to continue to advertise, it is an opportunity for those businesses who do stay and do continue to strengthen the awareness and target their market. It's an opportunity for them to jump over their competitors and gain more of that Google results page. The name of the game is always going to be the more real estate you have on Google's first page, the easier it is for a client to choose that business. And that's really where we come in. We've got a variety of ways that we do this. On the next slide, you'll see just a handful of them. So just for you guys to understand what it is we offer, again, it's a very tailored solution that we take. We want to be involved in those conversations. So we don't expect you guys to be the experts right away on marketing, because we know that this is a little bit different than your normal conversations. But just as an idea, we handle Facebook advertising for businesses. We can develop custom content. We can make sure that their directories online, like their name, address, and phone number, are clean and consistent. We can even help businesses generate more reviews, but even monitor those reviews. We've got some banner ads available. We can do paid ad search on Google. Like I said, you name it, we do it. Some people know that term of search engine optimization or SEO efforts. We work closely with those big platforms like Google, Facebook, and so on, to make sure that, again, you guys have all of the tools in the arsenal to present to a client, and where we can help them show up where people are searching. We do want to make it really easy for you. So just a few questions that we find helpful in identifying the opportunity. So if you're asking your clients, Doug mentioned earlier, really walking into these clients you work with as a consultant, and this really goes into that, right? Like, you guys can help set up the phones and make sure that their security is all in place. We want to make sure that those phones ring. And the only way to do that is by helping them show up online. So some questions you might want to ask your businesses, do they have a mobile friendly website? Is it easily read? Can I see everything on my mobile device when I'm looking at your site? Is your business information accurate, right? It's a simple idea, but at the end of the day, there's hundreds of places a business could show up online, and you'd be surprised at how common it is for a phone number to be different between Facebook and Google, or Yahoo and yellowpages.com. So we want to make sure that those things get corrected and that they stay that way. And then we also want to make sure that the client has a good amount of reviews, it's a good rating, because right now Google's favoring businesses with more reviews and with positive reviews. So we do want to make sure that that business has the ability to not only generate more positive reviews, but also respond when appropriate. And then ultimately, everything, like I said, we're doing is making sure that if someone's doing a search on Google for services that they offer, that business has the opportunity to show up. And unfortunately, we're not in a world anymore, especially today, that you can just have a website and it happens. Like, we have to do a lot of work. We have to partner with Google to make sure that that business is trusted in Google's eyes in order for them to have a chance of showing up on their first page. A typical client that we work with, as I mentioned in the beginning, we do have a large portfolio. but just an idea of who, you might want to look at targeting. So any business between even a one-man shop all the way up to about 200 employees, what we find is that it is a little bit easier to get to that right decision maker, who would either be the owner, or maybe it's a marketing director or a small team of a marketing team. So those are a little bit easier and to get through the doors and a little bit quicker of a sale. And in terms of verticals or industries, as I mentioned, we do have a large majority of our clients are B2C, but we also have a good amount that are B2B. So, your B2Cs or anybody in that home services, which again, today, they are still working. My husband is a contractor and he hasn't slowed down a bit because people, I think, are finding things wrong with their homes that they want to fix, right? Auto repair is considered an essential business now. You've got lawyers or anybody in the medical field. So just, like I said, just an idea, there's a lot of different industries here that we can partner with. And we do have a few set bundles that we found, really consume the majority of what a local business needs, but there's always going to be additional add-ons. There's always going to be additional things that the business might need. And that's really where the fact-finding conversation comes in. But just to give you an idea of some of our higher performing packages and where they start, right around $550 monthly, and then they can move up from there based on the needs of that client. And you can see that there's a good mix of solutions in here to really try to get them the best of all the worlds. Okay, I think, yep. And just, I wanted to share a quick success because we've got a lot of success rolling with Telarus right now. And just in a few short months, we've had one of our top, or he is our top performer, sell $20K in monthly MRR in Vivial solutions alone. So you think about, again, the commissions that are available there and just a lot of opportunities. And I really look at this as an exciting new conversation that you guys can have. Again, make that intro, and then we're more than willing to help you in any which way you would have us. So, Doug, I think that was the end of my slides.
Yeah, Steph, if you'd run that slide back just one more, let's stay there for just a second. Aaron, it's obvious, I think, to most of us as we've watched marketing over the last couple of months change. Most websites tend to be the same as they were. The message is still the same. The company is doing what they normally do there. But it seems like most who advertise in other areas, whether it's social media, even in some of the larger media, the tone of that short-term advertising is changing a little bit. It tends to reflect a little bit more of a subdued nature. It's a little bit more concerned for potential customers or clients, that sort of thing, offering ways to help. But yet the website and more permanent forms of media, I guess, seem to still have that same message. How important is it now to have a consistent message throughout all of the media in which marketing occurs, but yet be able to tailor that short-term messaging to the things that are going on? Is that something that Vivial can help partners and clients do?
Absolutely. That's a great question. And I would say, the cool thing about digital marketing is that it should be able to change that quickly and on a dime, because it's digital, right? You should be able to get into your website and make some of these changes, and they don't have to be major overhauls, right? It needs to, though, address the times and not harp on them in a way that is a negative light, but more so just educating the prospects or the consumers of that business on what's going on, or if there have been any changes. And that can be done with just a paragraph or two, right on their home page, to make sure that the consumers know what it is, or if anything has changed with the business. And I absolutely agree that across all platforms, that message does need to be consistent. So again, on average, consumers are looking at 10 different resources before we make a purchasing decision. So you don't know exactly where or how many of those platforms the consumer is going to look at. So if that message is consistent, it's a sure thing that they're going to know what they're looking for. They're going to find what they're looking for on any platform.
Just quickly, one other question from Michael on the chat line. Is there a minimum commitment to Vivial, either monthly or annually, if they sign up?
There isn't, no. And we do have, like, our simple websites start off at less than $200 a month, right? So that's right around the lowest that you would find. But again, that is just the website itself. We're always going to make sure and recommend that there's other things to help drive traffic to that site.
Great information. Appreciate that. Stick around for just a second. We'll be right back to you. I want to introduce Tim Bedford. All of this digital marketing is designed to drive customers and prospects into a business or onto a website to ask questions and find out more information. But when they get there, Tim, what are they going to do? What is the best way that businesses can take advantage of all of that incoming traffic? Tell us a little bit about Ruby's offerings.
Yeah, thanks for that intro, Doug. So Ruby has been a supplier with Telarus, and actually exclusively Telarus, since January of 2018. And actually, when we joined, our name was Ruby Receptionists. So you might know us better as that, but the reason we actually dropped the word receptionist from the title is because we acquired an organization called Professional Chats a year later. So since our offering kind of evolved outside of just virtual receptionists, it was obviously the logical choice. So we've actually been in the channel for a little over 2 years, but we've actually been around for nearly 17 years. And we are actually the pioneers of the whole virtual receptionist space. And over those 17 years, we're now, evolved to have over 10,000 small and medium-sized clients. And at its core, Ruby is just the best teammate that you never had. It's far cheaper than hiring someone in-house, and it's super streamlined, and we aim to exist in your current workflow. So if you go to the next slide, I can kind of give you the overview of our receptionist service. So at its core, we are the front lines of your business. We're cultivating great relationships from the time we are interacting with your potential callers or website visitors. So you can naturally see, the correlation between Vivial and Ruby. Vivial is the one driving folks to your website, to your phones, and Ruby is that person, that teammate that's there to help capture that information and hopefully, get you a new client. So we're all U.S. based, either in Portland, Oregon, or Kansas City, Missouri. And we've been around. Like I said, we're the pioneers, and we essentially exist to help streamline your business. And ultimately, you went into business to do what you do best, whether that's a trade or years of training in a specific field. You shouldn't be answering the phones. You shouldn't be answering the website. Those are inquiries that can be left to someone else. So that is at its essence what Ruby does. Now, if you look at our live receptionist service, it's super straightforward. Anything over the phones, we can tackle. So whether that's doing live transfers, taking messages, collecting intake, answering frequently asked questions, we can even do outbound calling on your behalf. At the end of the day, we're a month-to-month service, and you get a pool of minutes. They're yours to use as you'd like. So if that means, setting us up and having us gather 15 fields of information so that you can call them back and really close that deal, we have no problem doing that. If you are the kind of guy that's a road warrior and you make all these connections at events and trade shows and you have a list and you want us to just set meetings from that list, we have no problem doing that. We can really get creative with how you implement us. I know there's actually been a couple of Telarus partners themselves who have run either mailing campaigns, like direct mail, or maybe even done a radio ad. And what we are able to do is provide them with a DID that goes along with that campaign. So, they send out these mailers, and obviously anyone who's calling that number actually calls Ruby. And then we're capturing that information so that they know, that their marketing efforts and dollars are being converted and also being responded to. So we are super customizable and aim to exist in your current workflow, whatever that may be on your end. Now, if you look at our website, our chat specialists, very similar proposition. So the reason why we acquired them is because of that same reason. We want to exist where these inquiries are coming and convert on them. Actually, our chat specialists are 24/7 around the clock, and they're able to answer very similar inquiries as well. So frequently asked questions, We can actually even go one step further. If a website visitor is really wanting to learn more information, and obviously a chat specialist isn't the true specialist on the business, and maybe they just need to hear it from the horse's mouth, the business owner, we can actually go one step further and give them a call and then connect them over to the business owner right then and there. So really just further extending those conversion factors. At the end of the day, these folks are way better to interact with than a bot. I know myself, yesterday, I just moved into a new place. I had to interact with Xfinity. Wasn't all too pleasant of an experience. All I needed to do was return my box and get a return label, and it was an hour and a half plus, and I still hadn't heard an answer. It's so much nicer to engage with an actual human on the other end, who's caring, compassionate, and really can get you the answer. They're a lot more dynamic. It's not fed into a logic tree where, if you throw them a curveball, they're unable to proceed forward, only to be then transferred over to a wait line of, X amount of minutes. It's just a negative experience. So anytime you're interacting with a human on the other end, it's just better. It's better. So when you're identifying an opportunity, it's super easy to kind of engage. Really, there is no limits to who we work with. Mostly SMBs and medium-sized business. I will say enterprise is not in the, I guess, book of business from a Ruby perspective, but from an industry's perspective, there is no one that we won't work with. While we do see definitely more success with the likes of legal and real estate and financial planners and home services like construction and roofing and heating and plumbing, I think those people that are on the go. We also work with the likes of funeral homes and dog walkers. So there really is no limit to who we work with. But overall, it's a very conversational sell. There's not, an on-site visit and a back and forth and scoping the project. We actually had a Telarus partner just, I think, a week or two ago who, introduced me on an opportunity, and I think it closed later that day. So very transactional. Just for full transparency, we have some inbound sales teams at Ruby ourselves. We close about 20 to 25 deals a day. So it really is a one call or 1 week close, or at least it can be. We very rarely see sales cycles that are drawn out, but ultimately these small businesses are folks that want to grow and scale their business. So again, drawing that parallel with Vivial, if these folks are spending these marketing dollars and driving them to their website, to their phones, those are the same kind of people who should be curious about the conversion factor as well. So typically they're small business owners and entrepreneurs who are really struggling with the conversion factor, or maybe just have not enough time in the day to really execute on those. We have a very powerful mobile app that was kind of built in mind with those people that are on the go. So you think about lawyers in and out of the courtroom, can't be tied to the phone. If someone calls, that could be their next big case. So if we're able to gather name, phone, email, why they're calling, what their specific case is, and then tell them that they will receive a call back in the next X amount of time, that's super powerful. Even going one step further on the mobile app, those same lawyers who are on the go and accessing their mobile app and forwarding their service can actually set their status just to increase that level of personalization. Now, when our receptionists answer the phones, we can speak to the lawyer's whereabouts, say, oh, he's actually in court. Or that he can say, in court for the next 5 hours, only transfer my wife if it's an emergency. Then, we have the ability to see that and route the call accordingly. But yeah, you can see on the screen, typical numbers of the types of prospects that we engage with. 1 to 30 employees is definitely the bread and butter, but that is not limiting. But these folks definitely know that customer service is a differentiator, and you'll get that with Ruby. So I touched on this a little earlier. Why sell Ruby? I can't make this more clear. 75% of deals close within 30 days, and even higher amount within a week. The lead to close ratio, meaning you engage in a conversation, 35% of those will close. Ultimately, it's not a matter of whether they're fit for it. It's mostly whether they're just willing to outsource that aspect of their business. Working with small businesses, I'm sure many of you on the call can relate. Outsourcing isn't always, the easiest thing to do, especially since it's your baby. You know the business better than anyone. But rest assured, you are in good hands with Ruby. We have made it pretty frictionless to at least give us a crack. We offer 21-day money-back guarantees. We offer plan fluidity, meaning, you hop on one plan and maybe you experience a busy or slow season. You can move within plans. Ultimately, we make sure it makes the most fiscal sense for the end customer. And there's a reason why 10,000 businesses trust us. And with the average contract value of $500 a month, you close 3 to 5 a month, that starts adding up real quick. And we have a great retention rate. So as long as they're with us, you're making money at that residual. So how to best work with Ruby? Super easy. If you identify someone that may be a fit for Ruby, give me a call and I will hop on that call with you. I have no problem being the subject matter expert, letting you take the lead. I can just be there in any capacity you see best fit. But it's like I said, a really conversational sale. And ultimately, we're just trying to uncover these pain points of all these, business processes, because Ruby can be inserted in multiple different ways. So from there, all they have to do really is fill out an online sign-up form that takes them 5 to 10 minutes, and we do the rest. We take care of all the onboarding, and then you're just collecting residuals from there. So it's a quick and easy, dirty sale. So tying it all together one last time, at the end of the day, Vivial is the one that can help build your website, drive quality traffic to your phones, to your website, and Ruby is the teammate at the other end, answering the web inquiry via chat or your phones via our virtual receptionist to really ensure that no opportunity for engagement really goes unattended.
That's great, Tim. I told you this was a perfect match, everybody. This is a great way to think of these opportunities. I really want to thank Aaron Neese and Tim Bedford for being here today. This is terrific. I want to talk about a few things that really illustrate how this all works together. But before we do, 2 quick questions from the web. Kim wasn't going to let you off the hook on cost. You mentioned that the average MRR was about $500. Can you give us a little bit better idea of how this is priced? What is the actual monthly cost for this type of service?
Yeah, absolutely. So we have 3 basic core plans, 100, 200, and 500-minute plans. They're all the same from a features and functionality perspective. You just get a better rate as you move up in plans. So our basic package starts at $309 a month for 100 receptionist minutes. Now, just because you go over doesn't mean you're going to be spanked with a huge overage fee. You actually just pay an additional $3.09 per minute over that, which is actually the same rate as the first 100. We just make you buy a minimum pool. So I think the break even between 100 and 200 is 187. But all in all, deals come in about $500 is average.
And are those who answer the phones, for example, are they US based?
Yep, they are all US based. In pre-pandemic times, they actually came into the office, but they are stationed here in Portland, Oregon, or in Kansas City, Missouri. And actually, now is a good time to mention that as of 2 weeks ago, our virtual receptionists are now 24/7 as well. So no matter the business, whether it's from web or receptionist perspective, we've got you covered around the clock all days of the year.
That's fantastic. Aaron Neese from Vivial, let me bring you back into the discussion here for a second. Let's have a bit of a conversation about how this all works together. Aaron, when we talk about digital marketing, you mentioned the website. We had a couple of questions come up about that, but we've also talked about other areas where this is important. If you would, just describe again the areas where Vivial can assist and explain why it's important for partners to remember that they can use this themselves to build their own business in addition to offering it to their clients.
Sure. Yeah. So digital marketing really is a pretty general term, and people always kind of go to website first because that's one of the easiest things to, understand, but also put up, right? It's a website. We feel like everybody needs one. But in today's world, it's not as easy for that website to be found unless we're doing work on like behind the scenes. And that work would consist of some optimization efforts, so building a relationship and content with the website and Google, because Google essentially is a machine that needs to see the information that you provide, because every time someone does a search online, it's essentially we're asking a question. And so we want that business to be the best answer when it makes sense. So there's optimization efforts that we can focus on. We could do paid ad campaigns, so those ads that you see at the top of Google. But then we also have the other end of the spectrum of social media. And there's programs that we would essentially take over the business's social media accounts in all the different platforms to make sure that we're connecting and engaging with consumers that are using those platforms to look for goods and services. And then in terms of, having the partners, we get that question a lot. Typically what we see an emphasis on is going to be that social media side, more specifically LinkedIn, because you guys are B2B, you want to get in front of the businesses that need your services. So there's really a strategy that we take on LinkedIn. And I would say, this is, again, a good time to mention that we've actually created a new bundle that I didn't share today, but you can reach out to me and I can review that with you. There is a LinkedIn focus bundle that we created for partners because, again, we do see that question a lot. So, those are things that I would, that we typically see with partners that we work with.
Aaron, one area that comes up more and more frequently now, I nearly bought something for my wife last week online, and in the process of going through the reviews that were associated with it, found some comments that made me think twice a little bit, and so far I haven't made the purchase. How can Vivial help clients manage online reviews and comments that show up on social media to their advantage? Is that a service that you provide?
It is, and I would say you're one of many and thousands, right, that look at those reviews, and that is why Google is favoring those businesses who have positive reviews, but also have a good number of reviews for consumers to look at. How we come in, there's really two different ways or options for a business. We could take over all of their review management. It's actually lumped into our social media campaign. So that would be where our dedicated support on the back end is responding to those reviews on the business's behalf, as well as any comments or direct messages that they might get. But then we also have another option if the business wants to be a little bit more involved. Inside of our transparent dashboard, those reviews filter in from anywhere that they're happening online, and then the business owner or whoever has the ability to respond to those reviews really easily, as well as generate new ones. So a couple different options, again, based on what the client's looking for.
It's becoming more and more important. Let's go back and talk with Tim at Ruby for a second. You did a really good job, Tim, of explaining how the process works and what happens when a caller or a chat inquiry comes in. And it's a very impressive close ratio in terms of business that is actually closed as a result of those calls. One of the most important aspects, though, of getting those new customers is keeping the customer after the fact. What does Ruby do? How do they teach their agents about retaining those clients for future business as well?
Totally, yeah. At the end of the day, Ruby is a people-first culture. You can actually hear or feel like the smile at the other end of the phone or chat, and we're driven to provide those human connections, which is just incredibly valuable right now, especially when human interaction really is limited, and a lot of us are just craving that. Now I know it's hard for you to just believe me and take my word for it, and it's tough to hear that, oh, our receptionists are better, but just take a look at the hundreds of reviews of our folks on Trustpilot, and even if not, feel free to give me a ring direct after this presentation. We use the exact same receptionist that all of our clients do, and they wind up winning us business. Actually, one of my favorite stories, a Telarus partner down in Texas actually started using our service, and he had a friend or a frequent caller reach out to him personally on the side because he thought he had sold the business because they sounded so professional now. So it really is that just nice factor. We call it the Ruby tone. We teach these receptionists tone matching and empathy. I mentioned earlier, we have a lot of legal clients. Anyone who's calling in looking for a lawyer typically isn't in a good mood. It's probably a divorce, or maybe being sued. So handling those calls and having a lot of those clients has really helped shape our staff. And at the end of the day, you can just hear the difference on the other end.
We've had a number of partners on the chat line ask about Spanish-speaking receptionists or other languages that are available. Does Ruby offer that as well?
Yes, we do offer Spanish-speaking receptionists. At this time, we don't offer any other languages. Unfortunately, Portland and Kansas City just aren't a hotbed for a lot of French-speaking folks. But yes, we do offer Spanish-speaking, so we do have you covered on that perspective.
That's great. And quick question from Chuck Anthony: do these monthly minutes roll?
Unfortunately, they do not. So it's kind of a use them or lose them. But as I kind of alluded to earlier, they're your pool of minutes to use as you best see fit. So, if you're coming up on the end of the month and you're on the 100-minute plan and you've only used 80, maybe start using those extra 20 if you're not having a lot of inbound calls from an outbound perspective. Grab a list and have us set you some meetings. We have no problem really hopping on the phones and doing that for you. Where we do draw the line is we are not a sales team. But we don't have any problem, giving a list a call and gathering some key critical information for you, or putting some time on your calendar for you to meet with them. So, as I said, they're your minutes to use them or lose them.
Aaron, last word to you. We are in a time of great change. I think it's a huge marketing opportunity for most partners and for their clients. What should partners be advising their clients to do today?
I would advise the clients to continue to market and continue to educate their consumers about what or if anything has changed. We are hungry for information right now, so it's really important that the businesses are communicating that effectively. And as we mentioned earlier, keeping that message consistent, because it's important that if you're still operating, they know how you're operating, they know how to connect with you, and they know what services you're offering. So I think that would be my message or my advice.
Terrific presentation. Our thanks to Tim Bedford of Ruby and to Aaron Neese of Vivial. You'll find their contact information in your partner back office, or just get in touch with us here at Telarus if you have additional questions that you'd like to run past them. This is just an example of a great pairing of products and services that you can make as partners when you're trying to differentiate yourself in front of your clients. Take advantage of that. Be sure to take a look at that Telarus product checklist as well. We'll make that available to you if you don't know the link for it. That is something you want to keep customized for yourself. And Zachary even had a comment about, can we make that customer facing? Absolutely. So many things you can do with that. All the tools and resources coming to you from Telarus. This is a great time to be associated with us. Thanks to Tim and to Aaron for their presentation today. Our thanks to each of you for your attendance and participation. We will be back again next Tuesday. Until then, I'm Doug Miller, the voice of Telarus. Stay safe out there, do what you can to help someone else, and have a great selling week, everyone.